She came around the car to take her usual position, glued against Jeremy's hip. He lifted an arm and draped it across her shoulders. "Must be worth a fortune," Rebecca said. "Probably," Jeremy replied. "I think Eloise was romantically involved with an architect when she was younger." "What? He gave her this?" Pippa asked. Eloise's life was fascinating. "Not quite. I think he gave her his skill. You know, designed it for her, drew up the plans. Anyway, it's about 15 years old now, I guess." Pippa admired the building and its position high on the hill. The bush ran up to the peak behind them, and from the other side of the house was a wide view down and out to the water. "No neighbours," she noted. "No anything." Rebecca sounded unimpressed. Jeremy, on the other hand, looked thrilled. "We'll have to do a drive up to Hobart for shopping, stock up on everything. Don't want to get caught short on supplies." "Like toilet paper?" Pippa suggested. Oh God, not the toilet paper. Jeremy knew exactly what she was talking about. It was a shared tale of misadventure that was funnier in the retelling than it had been to experience. "Who could forget Phuket?" he snorted. "We thought we were so organized." He shook his head. "We had no idea." "And you got the runs." "No, you got the runs. I was fine. For the first night." They grinned at each other, remembering the disaster those few days had been. They'd been almost strangers before that trip, but by the time they'd returned home to Brisbane, they were destined to be lifelong mates. Rebecca didn't laugh. "Sounds hideous," she said. Sometimes Pippa felt sorry for her. It couldn't be easy when your boyfriend had a girlfriend, a friend who had, until last week, also been a housemate. A friend he had travelled with, partied with, and slept with once, or twice, or so, and a friend who had saved his life. It made for a unique connection. It must be hard to be with Jeremy when Pippa came as part of the package. But then Rebecca would direct one of her snide comments towards Pippa, subtle and careful, draped in fraudulent concern and good intentions. "Oh, Pippa, I love your style. I never get tired of seeing that skirt." "Pippa, I'd have invited you, but I thought my colleagues would bore you." "Gosh, I envy you, Pippa. It must be so nice not having to get up every day for work. But I do love my job, so I guess I'm lucky." Pippa would stop with the pity and feel something a little more vindictive. She wasn't jealous. She didn't want Jeremy for herself. She simply didn't like his girlfriend. "Is your godmother here?" Rebecca asked him. "Should be. She's expecting us. And that's hers." He pointed towards the small carport where a red Triumph sat with its roof down. Pippa followed the others to the front door. While Jeremy knocked, she peered inside. A glass panel beside the door providing a view across the foyer, down to a split-level, open living area, and through to a wall of windows and French doors. The ceiling and floors were lined with a gleaming golden wood. The walls were white, and artworks and bookshelves were on display. It was spacious and light and incredibly stylish. Oh yes, living here for the next 10 weeks was not going to be hard at all, even if she had to put up with Rebecca for the first 5. "The door's unlocked," said Jeremy when Eloise failed to appear. "Should we go in?" "No, we can't do that." Rebecca was a stickler for rules, and proper etiquette, and appropriate behaviour. There was no way she would have lost her job under suspicion of theft. But then she would also never have backpacked through a developing country, played strip poker, or danced drunkenly around a beach bonfire with total strangers. Jeremy would have. In fact, he had, with Pippa right by his side. These days he was more restrained, although his adventurous spirit was still there.